I should say, here it is, the salvage Scandia Screamer, now the Prairie Screamer. And that's the Super Loop coaster making so much noise over there. I could have lined up Dr. Diabolical Cliffhanger for number 600, but this is more unique. I think this is more special to have as my 600. Coaster number 600, mission accomplished. That was worth the nearly 4-year wait. I rode in the back row. That was incredible. That third drop. Which one is the third drop? Let's see. That was 1, 2. I think, yeah, that was the one that just did. That third drop was incredible in the back row. I did the unlimited ride wristband, so I'll be doing this plenty today. I'm 4 laps in already, and when you get a full train on this, it rides so much better. It rode great with just 4 or 5 of us on my first ride. And that last couple rides I got were 9 or 10 people on the train. That is when it's at its best. Especially if you get in the back row with the full train. It is just so janky in the best possible way. And what can I say? I love coasters that make only right-hand turns. Yeah, Twisted Timbers also, it's only right-hand turns. So Trader's Village, beyond the rides, you just have this insane amount of vendors selling stuff out here on the streets. And this is just one small piece of it. You see how far away from the Screamer I am. And it extends a lot further down that way and way off that way. There is like no way you're gonna get through everything in a day. I had no idea that it would be to this scale. It's insane. Way, way off in the distance, you can see Prairie Screamer about to drop. Every time you get to where you think all the merchandise vendors are ending, it just keeps going. I think all of Trader's Village is as big as Six Flags Over Texas. And it's just almost all vendors. Just a tiny little area for rides. And if you're wondering about pricing, it's $4.99 plus tax for a single ride on Prairie Screamer. So if you just want one ride, $4.99 or $18.99 for unlimited rides. Of course I did the unlimited rides, because I knew I would be doing at least 4 rides on this, and I'm already at 8 rides. So it comes out to about $20.50 after tax, and that is as of December 31st, 2022. Prices could go up. And it is $5 parking. So in total, I paid about $25.50 for the day. Got a new coaster credit, number 600. And it's a good one too, so it's worth it. You're in the Dallas area, going to Six Flags Over Texas or whatever. You got some time, come on over, $5 parking. $20 for the unlimited, or if you're really limited on time, $5 to get your one ride. This is a Saturday, New Year's holiday. Of course, that's why the line's getting pretty long. But I actually wanted to come on a day that would be busy because I wanted a full train. These high milers that I ride, I usually never get them with a full train. Hurricane at Fun Spot Kissimmee, I have literally never rode it with anyone else on the train. It's always a solo ride. And I know it doesn't ride nearly as well with just one person. You need that train full to get the best ride. Screaming Eagle, I definitely have noticed that. When I have my solo rides, wasn't anything special, but with the full train, it was pretty good. And this has pretty much all been full or nearly full trains. yes, they do have some other rides here too. You got several flat rides. You got a Larson Arm drop tower. Those are always awesome. It's the best drop tower in North Texas. And there's also the thing that goes around, the spinning thing that goes around in a circle flat ride over here. It's not running right now, but I got off it. It's a vomit inducer. Oh yeah, there it goes. This one is pretty intense. And unlike in some places, you are allowed to ride this as a single rider. So I'm more than a dozen rides in. Got a couple in the front, several in the back. Still kind of hard to remember when you get what forces. Now you don't get much airtime on this drop, even in the back. Maybe a little bit. The front gets a little bit right there. Now the second drop's kind of the same. The back, it's kind of mild, but you might get a little bit. The front gets a little bit going into this turnaround. The third drop is really good in the back, although it is a very quick, abrupt moment of ejector airtime, and then you're right back down. Oddly, the front doesn't get anything going into that. Then here, this is a little more mild, little drop into the bunny hill, and there's a jolt there at the bottom. But the front might get a little pitch of airtime leading into that turnaround. The back gets good airtime on this little drop. Everyone gets airtime on the bunny hill. I think the front even gets some leading into this, which is a crazy moment of laterals. Then you get the final little drop in bunny hill. Gives you a little something maybe. And some good laterals to end it out. But the laterals that are like directly over the station at the lower level, those are the best moment of laterals on the ride. So if I had done my proper research before my December 2018 trip, then Scandia Screamer could have been my 200th coaster credit. But I didn't hear about it till after I got home, and then it closed less than 2 months later. And I wondered for years, will anyone buy it to save it? I wondered for years if anyone would buy it and save it. And Traders Village did. It took a while. It took a while for it to get bought. It took a while for it to then get rebuilt. But it happened. And I finally rode it. So instead of Scandia Screamer being my 200th coaster credit, Prairie Screamer is my 600th. So it came almost 4 years after it that I maybe could have ridden it. I had wondered and was hoping and begging for years for somebody to purchase this and save it, and Traders Village did. It sat in storage somewhere for a couple of years, and Traders Village bought it. That took them a while to get it built. They had to make some modifications. Don't know if any of the modifications affected the ride experience or not, but point is, they saved it, they got it open, and almost 4 years after I could have ridden it, I finally rode it.